A Squared Podcast. I am DJ Aaron. I'm I'm having a wonderful, wonderful week, and we back. And I'm here with my guy Cornbread. What's going on, brother?
Hey man, feels good to be back, man. I hope everybody enjoyed the couple shows that we dropped, over the last couple of weeks with a couple of our guys, and doing the helicopter, the pilot.
Yeah. And right after that, what happened?
Yeah, if you lived in New York, you just have to look up and see fire, bro.
Oh,
It's not good, man.
hey,
The pilot was
man.
flying too low or something.
Shout out to Mike for coming on our
Trimble,
show. Yeah,
Mike Trimble.
Mike Trimble. Shout out to him for coming on and talking with us. Um, what a great show and great talk that was. And then right after that we see this happens. The one thing that is the most scariest thing for me is flying into New York City. Like even to this day, as much as I go to New York, like it's always still that feeling once you start going, or you going to LaGuardia or whatever, you start flying out over the ocean and you start coming back a little bit or whatever, and
Hmm.
you see all the buildings there and everything, and everything just rushes through my head every single time. And then a helicopter hits a building right after we interview Mike. How
Yeah,
crazy was that, dog?
it's very crazy.
And I
Yeah,
don't even
I was.
remember. I don't even remember the whole story. Do you know the breakdown?
No, I think later reports came out that he wasn't supposed to be there or he was flying too low. He didn't get approval. But I guess he was, flying too low and didn't buy some buildings and then he couldn't adjust. Because didn't Mike Trimble say you have to be checking obviously every 10 seconds on where you
Oh
would
yeah,
land
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and even in the when you look out, you got to know, okay, well, that's what 4 miles ahead of me or something like that. And this dude is flying a helicopter in New York City. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, there's buildings everywhere,
Everywhere.
skyscrapers. So obviously, I think he couldn't make an adjustment or because of weather or something. I don't, like I said, those are small details I
Well,
didn't
well,
get. But
he wasn't supposed to be in the sky in a
correct,
helicopter to begin with the weather that
correct,
day, right?
correct. Yeah, because of the weather.
The
And
weather the weather was bad, so he didn't get clearance
right,
whatsoever to even fly. Because from my understanding, he had to get clearance from LaGuardia, and in which he didn't.
yeah,
So
man,
it's very
definitely keep.
unfortunate. Thank God many people weren't killed. You know what I'm saying? It was only him, and it could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot
Right.
worse, man.
Hopefully, the families of the people that were, in the buildings when it crashed or on fire, hopefully
Man.
they okay.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Definitely go check out that our last couple podcasts with the interview with Mike Trimble. Man, you learned a lot. I learned a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of planes and helicopters and all that, man, let's get on this Father's Day thing, man. You surprised me, bro.
Uh oh.
Now wait a minute. Before you even go there, be
Yeah, let's talk
clear.
about Father's Day first. Let's talk
Hey,
about
I
Father's
was
Day.
already planning on doing this what you did. I already said I wanted to do it, and I've been looking at places around here where I could do it. So it's so crazy that you did it and the way you did it. So let's talk about it. Father's Day, what did
You
you
want to talk
do?
about Father's Day or you want to talk about that?
No,
What you want?
we going straight to that, and then we'll double back on the Father's Day.
All right, man. Let me paint the picture for you then, man. So, it's a couple things on hopefully everybody's bucket list. You got like going for mine, it's like going to the Super Bowl, like actually going to a Super Bowl is on my bucket list. It could be, a couple other things, winning the lottery and some other things, we say for a later show, but skydiving was one of those things. So, I got one of my friends, Taryn, his birthday happened to be that Saturday. And, his wife called me a week before and said, hey, Terrence always wanted to skydive and he requested doing it on his birthday. So, you down? I said, what? Am I down, man? Hell yeah. This is, one on my bucket list, man. How much is gonna come out of my pocket? She said, no, I'll pay for it. I said, huh? I start putting on my shoes right there. This is a week in advance, bro. I said, oh no, you ain't said nothing but a word, bro. So let me tell you guys and the listeners out there that the my day leading up to it, man. And it's a lot of red flags. So first off, type in the address. I got an iPhone. So I type in the address, and as you start typing, less and less addresses are available, right? Because it's pinpointing where you want to go. So it's only one address that I type in. I hit go. All right, cool. Send me about 30, 40 minutes away. All right, I'll meet y'all there. I get there. I'm at this random airport, not seeing anybody. And actually, it's a closed wood shop right next to it. So I call and say, hey, man, am I in the right place? Because I don't see anybody, or unless I'm early. He was like, no, it shouldn't have took you 30 minutes. It should have took you like an hour and a half. So I retype in the address. It sent me the wrong way, bro.
Oh, no.
So I'm an hour and 45 minutes away from where I'm supposed to be, man. So that's strike one. So they said, hey, we'll wait on you. You know what I'm saying? It means a lot to you and to him, you know, to do this. So we'll wait. And, you know, shout out to Nina, shout out to Taryn for waiting for me. So I appreciate that. So I said, all right, man, I'm going to be speeding, but I'm on the way. So that's strike one. Strike two. I'm driving. I'm still in the city because I'm on the highway yet. I see law enforcement at the stoplight. I'm like, all right, what's up there? It's a funeral driving past, bro. So that's 10 minutes. So I'm like, I'm getting some bad signs. I'm already at the wrong place. I'm witnessing a funeral drive past me, bro. I said, nah, man, I ain't gonna be no bitch, man. I'm good. I'm still hype. I'm listening to hype music. All right. So I drive the hour 45, get up there, sign in. Everybody's cool. You know, the people who skydive psych you out. My instructor was like, hey, man, so look, when we dive together, you gonna meet me, you gonna land first. So just meet me back at this place. And I looked at him like, all right, if I land first, I'm gonna be looking for you when you get back. He started cracking up, bro. I was like, yeah, like don't try to play no games. So for y'all who didn't really get that joke, you know, it's a tandem jump. So, you know, the instructor would be on your back because he has the parachute. So you guys are harnessed together. So him saying that, you know, I'm gonna land before him and meet me down there and stuff, you know, he thought it was real funny, but it wasn't funny. So we had so that was strike two, like I said. So we head up to the airplane, you know, all of us get on.
How many people?
It was about on the plane, probably I would say about 15, 16.
Really?
But there's different groups. So there's certain groups, so they call them, you know, just like the extreme flyers, basically, because you know they got like season passes of flying and they fly by themselves and get a certain amount of jumps. Another couple that was next to me, you know, they jump together, you know, so they didn't need an instructor. And then it was about 6 of us who jumped tandem, you know, with the instructor with us. So that was about good, 17, 18. So it's pretty cool, man. So so everybody and their instructors come, you know, say, hey, I'm gonna be with your instructor here. Let me get my parachute. We good. My instructor couldn't find his parachute, my guy.
So you're, for the first time ever, me knowing you for all these years, you're ignoring every sign.
Every sign. I'm like, bro, this is crazy, bro. Like that's 3 things that should be like, yeah, you shouldn't be jumping today. But I was so geeked, man. I was like, all right, well, you better find it. So he left and came back, and he had one. I said, all right, let's get on.
He had one.
So this ain't like Delta, Southwest, where you know you got assigned seats. You know, like all right, don't matter if you on the front or the back, everybody got assigned seats. No, I got on last, and guess what that means?
You standing up?
Nope. I'm first to jump. That's exactly what it means because it packs in. You know, you the first on, you gonna get in the back,
right?
So everybody else can get in. Man, I get there, we flying, you know, and they fly with the door open too, which was pretty cool. You know, get some fresh air. It's very cold. If y'all don't know, man, it's cold up there. You know, it was like 85 that day, 85, 90. It was probably about like 60 degrees up there. We jumped at 14,000 feet. So it was pretty cool. So it is pretty cold. But yeah, so as we're getting up there, getting higher and higher in elevation, you know, they just try to psych you out, get you ready, make sure you're good. And I never was nervous. That's the funny thing. I was just excited. I was ready to get it going. You know, not enough talking. Like, let's just go. But you know, if you guys get a chance to see the video, I jumped, man. It was great. The only negative, man, is I couldn't hear anything for like 2 or 3 days because the air pressure was so bad, man. You know, because when you're in an airplane, you know, you're protected from that. but just being out in the open skies, and then it took about 5 minutes for us to land. It's just I couldn't hear anything. But other than that, man, I would highly, highly recommend doing it as a group, or as something to get over your fears, or just because you just crazy and you want to do it. But it's a great thing, man.
So when you say that, explain to the people what you mean. Like when you fly in a regular plane, right? Um,
Mhm.
your ears are gonna pop or whatever.
Right.
But so explain to them in detail, like what you mean by like it,
So
how how
it,
it how it felt.
yeah, so it's like the pressure. So like let's say it's same as like scuba diving. So
Mm,
like if you go further and further, down in the water, it's so much pressure that it affects your ears and your equilibrium.
right, right.
That's why people get dizzy and everything, because that's in your ears. So when you're in the air, it's the same thing, that the air's thinner up there. So it's just like the pressure is worse. So if you're on a plane, you might feel that, your ears might pop, or you have to move your jaw, and like, they say like hold your nose and blow out, just to pop your ears, and it's only going to last for a few seconds. Now imagine being in that spot with no airplane. It's just you in the sky, and you're just slowly, descending for about 5 minutes. So
Mm.
it affects you. At least it affected me a lot worse. So I'm like I said, I couldn't hear for like 2 days, because it's just like it's kind of like you hear like ringing in your ears.
Wow. So like so it took a while to come down.
Right.
Explain like the like how amazing it was, like the view. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like
Man,
when I watch the video, because that's what I want to do. I just want to see like the view of everything and you coming down. Like explain
right.
that.
So as soon as you jump out, people, so this is from what I've seen after doing it, and then what I think people say. So they're like, why would you jump out of a plane? Because they're scared of the number one, obviously landing.
Chances, yeah,
The chances of you landing, that's a big part. But a lot of people, if you think about it, don't like that your stomach drop and feel, right?
mm,
So like maybe those people are afraid of going on roller coasters. But the good thing is, let's say you're on a roller coaster and you're at the very top, you don't want to go click, 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 and it just drop you. You're going from 0 miles an hour to 70 miles an hour in like 2 seconds.
right.
That's where that drop in your stomach comes from. This is you're only going from 0 to like 20 or 30. So you're not going to get that drop in your stomach. Or if you do, it's very short, you know? It's like kind of like you're floating. It's not like something's dropping you down other than gravity. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're in a vehicle or, at the amusement park, and it's controlled and it's meant to go fast. So that scares a lot of people. So if you got that in your head, that's not going to happen. Now, when you just flopping around up there, obviously you're not controlling what's going on with the parachute and stuff. That's why you have the instructor, and he's there and he's going to take care of you. And then after that, you just glide for a little bit. The coolest part that I love, man, I went through a cloud, bro. Like that's the weirdest,
Oh my
coolest thing ever,
God!
man.
Wow.
It was just like a big fog, and it was cold. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you you can't even imagine that unless you go through it. You know what I'm saying? Like just imagine going through a cloud, bro.
Wow.
It was amazing. And then after that, that's when he pulls the string, and then the parachute comes out, and then now you just. So what I did, I was advised to do this. So after the parachute comes out and you're gliding in the air, I was like, man, can I drive? So he lets you take control of the parachute, and you could turn left, right, straight, fast, whatever you want, man.
Wow.
So
That's crazy. So
very cool.
so the next bucket list is Everest. So what time we going to Mount Everest, bro?
If you pay, I'll put on my shoes right now.
I'm fresh
If
out
you
of
can.
Everest, bro. I'm
Yeah,
fresh out of Everest. I love the
no, but
documentaries, but
But I
no.
mean, and that wasn't a thing of of a fear I had, but I think it's one of those things that, man, face your fears, man. You that might be the best thing ever to happen to you.
And see, the
You
thing
know,
is,
and
like, I've never been afraid to do that. Like,
right,
I'm good, But one thing is, you didn't hit me up and say, "Yo, I'm doing this" or whatever. Did you hit anybody? Like, I feel like that's something that I probably wouldn't do. I probably
No.
wouldn't say anything to anybody because I wouldn't want a whole bunch of calls or worries or.
Right. Oh man. So my grandma cursed me out. She said, "You don't even care about your life, man." I started like, bro, these comments have been killing me, man. I'm watching this video. Somebody said they're gonna take my black card. Somebody else said black lives ain't hard enough. I said, "Oh my god."
Oh wow.
What else? Other people said, man, they saluted. Other people like, no, they don't want to join. You know what I'm saying? So it's been it's been positive and negative feedback. My best friend's mom, she cursed me out too, saying what's going on. And this was the day before Father's Day, so they like, oh, I guess you didn't want to see your son. You know what I'm
And I
saying?
was thinking about that too. It's like this is the day before.
The day before
Father's
Father's Day,
Day.
man. So it was good. I love the feedback, man. But the jumping was amazing.
So is that it then? I mean, I'm saying as far as because for me on that bucket list, like once I do that, I think I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I did it. I did that. Is this something
That's
that
the
you're
piece.
saying that you want to do it again, or are you good?
Oh well, I definitely would want to do it again. Just because they said you could take a 4-hour course and then you could jump, you know what I'm saying, with other instructors, but nobody on your back. You have the parachute this time.
I'm straight.
So that would be cool to do. But it's
Is there
man,
a
I don't know.
backup? Is there a backup? Did you like
A backup to the backup?
Did you have a backup to the backup on you?
Hey, I'll never know. We would never be recording right now. But hey, it's one of those things, man. I was so geeked that whole day. Like the adrenaline that you have, man, is just crazy. Just after, just being happy. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of emotion. One lady, man, as soon as she landed, she like acted like she was dead, bro. Like she was so scared. She was so glad to be on the ground, man.
Wow.
Like I said, I don't. It's not for everybody, but I think it should be for everybody because it's something it's just something that you have to experience.
I
Man.
see so
Just
many
being in
people
the
do
sky.
that in Dubai. Like
Mhm.
I've seen a lot of videos of people doing that in Dubai, and I was like, man, that would be an amazing experience to see that too. But I guess just any of it, you know what I'm saying? Just any of it, being able to see that view, and like you said, man, like I can only imagine at this point, like you get me hype. I'm definitely gonna do it. You get
Bro, I
me
went
hype,
through a
like to go
cloud,
through
bro.
a cloud.
A cloud. It was crazy. It's like it's just you got your eyes open and then
Like
just now you just go through like this big fog and it's freezing cold. It's like
wow.
it's the weirdest thing ever, but it was amazing. It was
And
amazing, man.
and did you wear did you have a watch like a timer to tell you like yo it took you say about 5 minutes, but 5 minutes is a long time
Yeah,
uncontrolled.
so nah,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying?
I knew the only thing I prepared for this jump was I knew it was gonna be cold, which I don't even know why, but I'm like, man, we're gonna be high in the air. So I figure it's gonna be cold. And like I said, it was 85 degrees that day, so it was hot. I put on a sweatshirt anyway. Go Redbirds, I put on my Redbird sweatshirt. But that
Word,
was the only
word.
thing I prepared for. So I tightened up my shoes because I didn't. So some dude did lose a shoe, FYI. So I tightened up my shoes, put on my sweatshirt, and then obviously I didn't bring up my wallet, my cell phone, nothing that you want to lose, you know what I'm saying? Just in
Wow.
case. But no, other than that, man, straight raw, bro.
Well, congrats on that, man. That's very dope, man. I'm looking forward to
Thanks,
doing it
man. Appreciate it.
myself.
Now I'm really excited about to go on the helicopter trip, man. We got to
Oh
plan
yeah,
that.
we definitely doing that. There's no
So
question about
how
that.
so how was your Father's Day, man? Then I'll get to mine. How was your Father's Day?
Father's Day was good,
Oh,
man.
weekend.
Well, I went to well, my son was with me all weekend. So we just kind of hung out, watched movies, ordered pizza, all that type of good stuff. And then Sunday we went to what did we do on Sunday? Oh yeah, we went to breakfast. Pigged out on that. Hung out, and then after that, and then we went to putt putt. And I put the whole family out, bro. There's not they couldn't do nothing with me. I was Tiger, bro.
You was Tiger?
I was Tiger, bro, and I had
You was Tigger Woods?
I had no remorse for the L's that they took, bro.
Oh my
I had
gosh.
no remorse for. Hey, anytime their ball went in the water for whatever reason, you got to fish it out yourself, bro. I'm
You
living
was
my
par
best.
three and out there? You
I'm
was par three?
I'm living my best life. That's what I was on. So we did that. It was light stuff, man. We did that 'cause my son had baseball practice as well, preparing for the playoffs. So that's what that was. Came back. I chilled for the rest of the day. So the day was light work. And then I was actually really excited to go to see my son play, who played yesterday. I was more excited about that than anything because the last time that they played, they got killed by the same team. And the pitcher is like extremely good. Like you could just see he's going places. You know what I'm saying? Like he's going to be good at this sport. You kind of get that feeling when you see certain people at young age, you know what I'm saying? And they're committed and focused. You can kind of see it. You know what I mean?
He's a natural.
Natural. So I'm excited to go to this game, but I'm like, oh, it's going to be a rough one for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be a rough one for him. Man, they won 10-1.
Oh, let them eat.
10-1. Look, when I tell you, my son, like, he was the loudest one on the field, motivating his team from the beginning to the end. Even when they was like, they was only up like 6-1 at one point. My son was like, settle down. He was like, we got 2 more innings. We got to stay focused. Let's go. He's like doing all this stuff. Mind you, like, I'm competitive too, but I've never played organized sports other than the 1 year in football. You know what I'm saying? So for him to be out there and motivating his team the way that he was, I was extremely proud. And he settled them down, even though they was up. Because, in Little League, 5 points ain't that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a error here and an error there, and they score 7. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. And he hit well. I think he went 2 for 4. He went 2 for 4. But he played some excellent defense. And he got a hold of the second hit, man. He got a hold of that one, and he should have turned it into 3, but he stuttered at the first base, looking at the first base coach like, should I keep going or not? You know what I'm saying? So he got to 2, and oh man, it was just excellent, bro. Like just to see them beat that team. That team was, in my opinion, we had a better game. But they have a better team. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I was just so proud of them, man. It was just a great game. And the next one is coming. It's going to be on Tuesday, and then they're just going to keep going from there. So we'll see. But like I said,
congratulations to them. What's the team name, man?
Man, the team name is the Champagnes, bro. That's what we gonna call them.
Oh my gosh,
we gonna call them Champagnes. You know. Because, they got sponsors and stuff like that. So they're like, but here's the thing. I'll tell you this much. The one thing I can tell you about Little League that I'm learning the most is the parents are very competitive. Some of the parents are extremely rude. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have any, like, I'll tell you this. One parent on the other team was yelling the whole game. I ignored him, you know what I'm saying, but he was yelling the whole game. The manager, coach, whatever you want to call him from the other team, this dude threw his hat and walked on the mound, like yelling at we was like, I'm telling you, bro, me and the wife gets totally confused. He walks out there like snapping off, like, who's calling this game? You know what I'm saying? He's like yelling like that. And he's like, you're going to sit there and tell me that he wasn't out, like, all in his face? I'm like, yo, my man, it's Little League, bro. I understand you're committed, but at the same time, it's like, chill. You know what I'm saying? But they get very, very, very competitive. And I definitely am seeing that more now than before. My son being, about to be 12 years old, you know what I'm saying? And these parents and they don't even, they're not like proud of their kids. Like how I'm telling you how proud I was of my son. They were like the expectations were like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I expect you to do this. I expect you, like, finger point. Like, even though my team won, I saw parents from our team that was just kind of like, yeah, all right. You went 1 for 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, That kid, he looks 4.
He
You
looks
yelling at him,
4.
you know what I'm saying? Like, so, and that brings up another thing that we'll talk about in the next few episodes is parenting. And I want to bring TK on for that, like how these parents are with their kid. Is it helping or is it hurting them? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But now that I'm seeing this as my son gets older, it definitely is interesting for sure.
So how was the weather on Father's Day?
Man, listen. So all week it said it was 99% chance of rain.
Which we knew.
And we knew this because I text you. Remember, I screenshot it and sent it to you.
Yeah, any Father's Day is doomed to be bad, man.
Doomed to be bad. And it actually ended up nice, bro.
That's good, man, because my day ended up nice too. And my son told me what he wanted to do for Father's Day. So
that's dope. So what'd you do?
He said he wanted to eat pizza.
What he do.
Yeah, he said he wanted to eat pizza and play video games. So I said, all right, I guess that's what we doing. So that's what we did, man. So shout out to all the fathers out there, stepfathers, side dudes who's playing father, whoever out there, man. Shout out to y'all. Man.
Shout out to everybody, man. So that was that's dope, man. So do I need to tell you a story about my dad? Let me tell you how. Never mind. We'll talk. Never mind. For those people who want to know about my father, refer to the first review that we did, and then y'all will know.
Jesus.
It's been a lot going on, dog. Dog, what's going on in the NBA, man? Is it rigged?
It's over. Hey, I got my ching chingy.
You got your money, dog?
Hey, my little ducats.
They dirty for that, bro. Everybody injured.
Who's dirty for what?
Everybody's injured. I don't think this is out of all the years I've watched basketball, this is the first time I've ever seen basketball and a team of stars were injured. Like with these injuries, okay?
Yeah,
it's okay. If you have I'll take a broke leg, ankle, all that. These are two of the worst injuries that you can have. Kevin Durant tore his Achilles in game 2?
5.
No.
He
came back in 5. Came back at 5. Killed him. Was killing
him.
And makes one move. And I hate that they keep showing the I hate the way they keep showing that video up close of his Achilles.
They zoom in slow-mo. Yeah, zoom in slow-mo.
You can see it.
Yeah.
And it's so unfortunate that happened. And then in game 6, Clay is just eating 30 points. You know what I'm saying? He's doing everything he's got to do to help his team win. And he tears his ACL.
Yep.
That's incredible, bro. Like for those things to happen, I've never seen anything like that. And we've seen some of the greats, get injured and not come back. You know what I'm saying, for the next season or whatever. But in the finals,
yeah, that's crazy. Some sports reporter said the Warriors were better off getting swept. Because if you get swept, then KD doesn't come back, obviously, for game 5. And Klay Thompson doesn't tear his ACL. And you have both of them coming back, or at least, potentially can come back next year for you. These two are getting injured at the worst time. It's past the end of the season. So they're going to miss basically the whole season.
So they're going to miss the entire season. And they were both unrestricted. I think it's important for us to say that. Unrestricted free agents.
Yep, get a lot of money.
The shape of the NBA revolved around those two individuals. Whether KD was leaving or staying, or whether Klay was going to take, a backseat again, you know what I'm saying, to stay with that team. Right. Now here we are. The Raptors are the world champions.
Yeah, now they got to decide too if Kawhi going to stay or what.
So listen to Danny Green today, and he said that this is going to be huge because if Kawhi leaves, then what that does is it opens the door for the other players like himself and Gasol and, these guys like that, because the top management could say, well, now we're going to rebuild. We can rebuild because you're losing your superstar, and most of the team is unrestricted free agents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he was like,
Well, they gotta clear that cap space,
it's a
too.
lot. It's a lot going on, you know, with the Raptors too.
Well, I mean, he was also a rental too, so I mean, they kind of knew that they were going to have this decision if they won or didn't win.
Yeah.
They were going to have to make this decision.
He doesn't,
too, or Kawhi would.
He doesn't owe them anything.
Yeah, actually, this is a best case scenario for them. You know, they want to ship.
Yeah, yeah.
So they got swept the past 3 years. You know what I'm saying? So they lucked out.
So
they lucked out, man.
So
yeah, AD on the way.
AD's on the way. I love it, baby.
Hey.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I know there's a lot of backlash out there, and there's a lot of people who say that the Lakers gave up a whole lot. The one thing I agree with Kobe. Kobe said a long time ago, he said, yeah, because they were supposed to trade these players, you know, mid-season for AD, but the Pelicans didn't give it up. So Kobe was like, yeah, those are great pieces. Yeah, draft picks are fantastic to have, and you can utilize those picks for a pick or to trade. You know what I'm saying? But it's not every day that you get an opportunity to get a top 5 player in the world. Yeah. That's already that guy. So if you get that, you have to take that, and you got to take that L, because now you're securing the future of the Lakers, as long as he resigns, which I'm sure they have that worked out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I know for sure y'all secured the Pelicans' future too, with 3 players and 3 future first rounders. That's crazy.
Yeah, to an extent, if they use it right, if they use it like the Celtics did, let's say that, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Danny Ainge made amazing moves to put his team in place to win a championship, right? The picks they picked, great picks. So you have to have somebody in place that could do that. I believe their GM can do that because he did it. You know, he's proven. But who's not proven is Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart. They're not proven. I think they're decent, but I mean, these are 3 people that played a season without LeBron and a season with LeBron. And they, to me, it was the same, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like they were Kyle Kuzma, where he showed flashes and he was showing like, yo, I'm going to be that guy. That's the win in the deal. The Lakers kept Kyle Kuzma. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think Kuzma, obviously he was a less of a draft pick than Ball was, you know, in the same draft, but Kuzma has showed him proof that, you know, he can at least step up to the plate and hold his own. Ball just kept getting hurt, man. That's what's hurting him. He can't even stay, you know, his hype, number one, hurt him. And then, you know, coming from UCLA and just that didn't translate to the NBA. And then him being hurt, you know, so you're going to be first on the chopping block.
Yeah. And
especially if they don't mess with your dad, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, your pops is trying to make it worse for you too. So
yeah,
get him out of there.
It's a very interesting thing. And you know, another thing that I was thinking about too is when you have LeBron James, you are fighting for a championship, not fighting for the future. And it's never been like that. Since he's been in the league, they have literally made it to where every year you're contending for a championship. So now you're at the end of the stretch, whether he plays 5 years more or, you know, 10 years more. We don't know. But whatever he does, every year is competing for the championship, or it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have time to build around. You just got to go get the pieces. Like, that's just what it is.
Yeah. And, so I'll be in Vegas in a couple months too. So let me know if you want to place any bets for you. You know, if you want to play some bets.
I mean, I know you do the Super Bowl every year.
Yeah, every year. But I'm just talking about, you know, it's going to be before the season. So obviously the Laker odds will be lower than, you know, what it was. But, you know, if you want to play some money, let me know.
I believe the Lakers are at plus 500 for whatever. They're like at plus 500 in Vegas
Golden
right now.
State was like 1 for 3 or something at a bit. I said, what? Golden State is in shambles right now.
So check this out, though. This is what I found out today via Jalen Rose. The NBA has some type of rule to where if you have 2 players who are max players that are injured and they're out for an entire season, there is an exception that the team can get to pay another player. So they can still, the Golden State Warriors could still go out and potentially get an Al Horford or somebody like that and still keep Clay and KD because they're injured for the whole season. Right. They'll be able to use an exception. So don't count the Warriors out, bro.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? Like I just heard that today. I didn't know that the NBA had those.
If they do that, both of them might be back by the playoffs next year, but they got to make it to the playoffs.
KD's out.
Yeah, they got to make it to the playoffs.
Won't be there. Like, I do believe that Clay, I believe that he could come back, towards the end of the season. Because ACL stuff just isn't how it used to. Remember how deadly that used, like that was the one thing they always said is like you could tear your ACL and the whole career is just over.
Yeah, it's also individually based too. So I've been around plenty of people, especially with the sports I play with, who tore their ACL. So like my little sister, she tore her ACL in basketball. Then she went to school the next day, went up some stairs, went down, and just her knee was swollen. She was like, "Man, my knee hurts." They took her into the hospital. She tore her ACL. So she obviously had a full day of learning and walking around before she went in. Kind of like how Clay was. He started running around, shot his free throws and everything. I had my other guy in football. As soon as he tore his ACL, he died right there. Just on the ground. Yeah, they have to go out on a stretcher. You know what I'm saying? So it affects different people. So hopefully, Clay, has a speedy recovery and he can come back and help the Warriors. But like you said, it affects certain people. He might only need a couple months. Or hey, it's the old school. Like it took a year, 2 years to come back. Like
everybody is just different. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we see. Like you just mentioned, a great example, Adrian Peterson. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude is 55 years old, and he's still one of the best running backs in the game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's individual based. So yeah, man. And the draft is tomorrow.
Thursday.
Yeah. So tomorrow.
Thursday. Yep.
So Zion guaranteed number 1.
Right.
Let's see. Barrett said, Murray State. And then you have Barrett said he wants to go to New York.
Yep. And RJ Barrett to the Knicks.
Right. So my question to you is, with KD and Clay down, in your opinion, what happens?
With what?
What happens with the shape of, okay, so you got a lot of other free agents. You know what I'm saying? We got Jimmy Butler's out there.
Yeah.
You got Kemba Walker out there.
You got Kawhi.
You got Kawhi out there. You got and then you got some really good players. Like, of course, those 3. You Kyrie, those are the 2, those are the 4.
But yeah, Kyrie too.
But then you got other people like, what do you think the shape is gonna happen? Do you think Kawhi leaves or you think Kawhi stays?
I think Kawhi leaves just because, he doesn't owe that city anything. I think it's either 2 options in the NBA now. It's either you want to get paid or you want to win. I don't see too many options, or other than KD. It wasn't too many places where you got the max and you won. Even LeBron was doing year-to-year contracts. So it was max or you want to win. And so I think Kawhi got his ring now. Now he can get his max contract with the Clippers or with whoever. I think the Lakers, they need somebody else because they just gave up 19 players. So they at least got to have 5 to play. You need 5 players out there, bro.
At minimum.
They only have 2 or 3 because they kept Kuzma. So they only got 3 players. They got 17 coaches and 3 players. I've never seen something like this.
Yeah, it's a little weird in that coaching staff.
The Pelicans, it's the NBA's team, man. So they cheating for them this year.
No, man, they're owned by the Saints owners. The Saints,
all right.
The Saints owners own them, bro.
All right, man. Anyway, your star player want to leave and you magically get the number 1 pick. Come on, bro. We seen this plenty of times. LeBron magically leaves and Cleveland magically gets the first pick.
Yeah, that happened.
Bro.
They got to give him something.
This is crazy. I don't know. I hope it's good for the NBA. I mean, I think that's why football is usually number one in sports or just in ratings and just people watching is because it's year round basically, man. You know what I'm saying? You got obviously fantasy football, so everybody plays that. Then you got the football season, and then or even leading up to the football season, you got Hard Knocks. You got OTAs, you got the draft, you got the combine. You know what I'm saying? So it's year round. They still got NFL TV you can still watch right now.
Hold on, bro. You ain't protesting?
So go Colts, bro. What are you talking about? Hey, we can get into that Colin Kaepernick conversation too, bro. I'm hot. Well, I'm not hot because I didn't protest, but you got people protesting for no reason, man.
It's some people protesting for no reason. It is some people,
he
not everybody.
Sticking up for what y'all thought he was.
Not everybody, but some people.
Yeah, some people. But the draft hopefully is interesting. I'm sure it's gonna be some wheeling and dealing. If the Pelicans don't need the fourth pick, they can probably get another. They could trade and get another first round pick next year. And then they'll have three.
Atlanta.
Then they'll have three.
Atlanta got 15 picks.
True. None of them in the top 10. I don't understand this. Yeah, Atlanta's a tough break.
Yeah.
But, good luck to them, man.
Yeah. So football, Hard Knocks, Raiders.
Man, what?
It's the Raiders Hard Knocks this year, right?
Next subject, man. Yeah,
Why you gotta be the next subject?
It's the Hard Knocks curse. And number one, it's the Raiders too, man. I ain't trying to hear that.
And they play the Colts in Indy this year.
Ooh.
I'll be at that game.
Ooh,
I got that game.
Brown.
I got that game, and I got the Browns. Browns first.
Browns gonna be nice.
Now that's not preseason. That's August. It's like August, like the first week of August. They play the Browns. But I'm still in there.
Yeah, the season kick off later August, early September.
Yeah.
But you've been watching the girls soccer team.
So I have followed a little bit, seeing what's going on. This is the first time that I've done so. But what's your take?
Oh, congratulations, man! I think we cooking right now, man. We won 11-0 or 13-0, and then we just won 3 or 5 something. I don't know the last score. But we already made it. I think we broke records in the most goals scored in the first 2 games. And then we already qualified to go to the quarterfinals without even playing the third game, the qualifier round. So, they cooking right now. They defending champs. I know there's a lot of you see them celebrating after goal 9 and 10.
Yeah, because that was the highest scored. That was the highest scored ever, right?
It was doing the leg farts and everything, bro. That stuff was funny as hell, man. Hey, man. Hey, stop it.
You got to stop it. That's the thing.
Yeah, we definitely going to have for the listeners, we're going to have a deeper conversation on that. So don't just wait on that. Wait on that.
We got a special guest that's going to be coming on. We ain't going to say nothing now, but it's definitely happening, man. We keep it open for everything. And
right. We talk about everything out here, man.
Absolutely. So, real quick, actually not real quick, but you got a cornbread review, man, of something that I'm mad as hell I ain't seen yet.
You ain't seen? Oh, well, you might not like my review then, man.
Oh, don't do me like that.
Yeah, man. Do you want me to review it or wait till you see it?
No, you got to review it, dog. No, it's all good. I just I got tied up and I haven't had a chance to see it yet, and a little bit of it is because of certain things that the Marvel Universe has done. Because this is Fox and all this stuff with the X-Men and whatnot, but I want your full review.
All right, so to the listeners out there, I did on 2 reviews ago. I had the Ma. I saw the movie Ma, so I ended up doing the cornbread review on that. I ended up giving it rating it a 3.5 out of 5 cornbread. So if you pull up the old ones, you could listen to me going more in depth about it. So sorry to the Godzilla fans. I definitely want to still watch that and do my review, but I figured X-Men will move to the top of the list because, I'm sure we got Marvel listeners, and I thought, you would watch it too. So give my review. So obviously, acting, I gave it a 4 out of 5. They had all the usual stars, the superstars coming back. It wasn't great acting, but it was solid acting. It was no problem. Cinematography, gave it a 3 out of 5. Wasn't anything, mind blowing. I've seen other X-Men movies where they had more special effects. But it wasn't anything to, like, oh man, that's a must see visually. So 3 out of 5 on that. Storytelling, they get a 2 out of 5, my guy.
A 2?
So I'm a 2 out of 5. So let me go into it. So storytelling was very inconsistent. So if you remember, this movie was Dark Phoenix, correct?
Right.
So that means Jean turns into Phoenix.
Right.
So if you remember X-Men Apocalypse, which was the last one,
Yeah.
how did Apocalypse die?
Oh,
Jean turned into Phoenix.
Jean turned into Phoenix. Right.
Correct. So this story takes like place years after that basically happened. So it's like Jean already turned into Phoenix. So why are you making it that there's a Phoenix in the outer space?
But they're like trying to control, right? What I mean, she's outer
No,
space because she would have left after turning into the Phoenix, right?
Correct. Or it was so X-Men Apocalypse was that the Phoenix, she's always was Phoenix. It was inside of her, basically, right?
Right.
In this story, she goes out of space to save people, and then there's a force that goes inside of her and turns her into Phoenix.
That doesn't make any sense.
Correct. That's why I got a 2 out of 5. Because number one, she already turned into Phoenix. Now you're saying, no, scraps that. You never saw that movie. Let's just make it make it so that something goes inside of her, like this like being power. This force goes inside of her and turns her into Phoenix. That's number one. Number 2 was storytelling. They just introduced aliens into the story, man. It's like there was never any aliens in any of the the X-Men were the aliens, basically. You know what I'm saying? They were always the outcasts.
Right.
They were always shunned. They were always hiding. They were always hunted. Now you just introduce aliens into this magical, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't that good to me. I was kind of mad. Did I get what I bought? I gave it a 2 out of 5 as well, man. It wasn't, like I said, I like seeing some of the old people come back, like obviously with Storm, and you had what's the guy, Quicksilver, Magneto's son that from the movies.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of inconsistency with the story, and just when the X-Men were fighting each other, none of their powers, they didn't look powerful. But then when they start fighting the aliens, now they all mighty powerful. It's like I don't know, it was very inconsistent. And then a must see, I gave it a 2.5 out of 5. It's I think if you are an X-Men or Marvel head and want to see it, then go see it. But I think you'll be I would say underwhelmed, or you wouldn't be excited after you left. Kind of how like when we talked about Endgame, like, man, let's see that again, or let's talk about it. X-Men was
here's my problem. My problem with X-Men, I'm a fan of X-Men. So it's like for me, I've seen every last one of them. I own every single last one of them. I've been a fan since I was, small, eating cereal in front of the TV. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I'm a fan.
Cartoons, yeah.
Fox has really been trash for them, and it sucks because, we've seen the first X-Men, we've seen Wolverine, like we've seen all this stuff. Not saying that some of the movies haven't been decent, but they've been decent because we're fans.
Yeah, Logan was very good.
Logan,
I really
like
Logan.
I thought it was very good, but I'm very happy that Disney, Marvel have taken the X-Men back away from Fox now. So I don't know if you heard that news or not, but okay, so we know that Marvel, Disney, like we know that they have X-Men. It's going to be interesting to see what they do going forward with the X-Men.
My fault. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good.
My fault. So even to at the end of the movie, like the climax of it, so they said they had to reshoot it just because, like I said, Jean got the Phoenix from outer space, right? And so she was supposed to fight this alien in outer space, but they said it looked too much like Captain Marvel. Like towards the end of Captain Marvel when they're fighting out of space and stuff like that. So they had to reshoot it on a train, which the reshoots wasn't bad, but it's like they're adjusting based off of the climate instead of making the climate. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like I don't think, like if we like watching Winter Soldier or watching Endgame or whatever, they don't adjust because of another movie. They making the movie that they want to make,
right.
But X-Men was like, all right, well, this looks too much like this, so let's adjust
well,
this.
I said that when I was seeing the trailer. I was like, she looks like Captain Marvel. I was like, why are y'all making her look like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys got to have like some type of inside.
Right.
on what movie, what's happening, how things are looking, how things are shaping to make your own film. And
Mhm.
I said that before. I said she looked just like Captain Marvel. And that
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. So all in all, man, I ended up coming up 2.5 out of 5 cornbreads, man. So that's my review on that.
All right, man. That's what's up. A Squared Podcast. Make sure that you guys subscribe on the YouTube channel. Bigger things to come for just you audio fans. Bigger things to come in the next week. So make
Yes,
sure you
sir.
guys keep it locked. Make sure you guys follow us on all social media. Just search A Squared Pod, A Squared Podcast, and find us. Links are always in the bio. So make sure you guys follow us and keep up to date. Now, also for you people that are tuned in right now, you guys have to go on the right side of the page and click those notifications on, so that way you get the like as soon as we put it up, you get it. If you don't, it's just gonna be there when you get there. So make
Right.
sure you guys turn those notifications on. Follow me at I am DJ Aaron and Cornbread. What are you?
Cornbread 1016. That's 1016. And also shout out to the scammers, man.
Oh man, we definitely getting hit.
Shout
No, they
out to the
trying.
scammers.
They trying. They call me twice. Look, I ain't never started getting calls. I get calls all day, but I ain't never getting calls from Georgia like this.
Yeah,
I
man.
get
Shout out
calls
to the
from
scammers,
Georgia.
man. They are out there trying to
They
get you, man.
trying to get us every
Take
day.
control of your business, man.
Apply for this. You owe this. You owe that.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Shout out
crazy,
to the
man.
scammers. Shout out
Shout out to the
scammers.
scammers.
So what else you got for me, man?
That's it. Hold on, man. I got one more thing too. I don't know if you heard about this.
What's that?
Let me pull it up. So, so the State Department will now require all applicants for U.S. visas to submit their social media username, previous email addresses, and phone numbers. So anybody trying to come in this country, you're gonna have to and get your visa. You're gonna have to supply all that, man. They are watching out there.
I mean, it.
They are watching.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah,
I'm not mad
it
at
does
it.
make
It
sense.
make it
It does
absolutely
make
makes
sense.
sense. I mean, hell, if you think about this, when you apply for a job, do you think? I'll tell you this, Tonio. This week in business with Power 102, I put up 5 intern job offers for the University of Illinois, Illinois State, and Robert Morris College and University of Illinois Chicago. So we need interns to run social media, some marketing things, photography. Like we need different interns for the radio station, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got 10 interns that sent me their resumes. I didn't get through half of the resumes. I instantly was typing their names up on Facebook. And I'm sure that when people apply for jobs at any job, people are looking at your social media
Mm-hmm.
because they want to know the real you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They want to know who you are, not the fake you, not the hey, how you doing? They don't, that's cool. We understand you can turn it on, shut it off, right? But I want to know the real you. You know what I'm saying? And the real you is what you type on Facebook. So you're Kamala Harris when you're sitting in front of me, and you're a city girl on Instagram. I want to know the city girl, bro. That's what I'm
So
saying.
what did you get? So what did you learn from typing in their Facebook?
Well, fortunately for me, I think I ran into 3 out of 5 good. Not necessarily bad on the other 2, but inexperienced with what they're applying for. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I feel like I can still use them in a different area, but not the area that they're trying to get on immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like one was a radio personality, never did radio before. Well, I can mold that person. I can help that person get to where they want, but I can't just throw you behind the mic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But there was one that was interesting, I'll say, is a guy, and It's legal. It's legal, but his whole Instagram is smoking weed. I mean, like I said, it's legal. Do you? You know what I'm saying? I can't judge you off of that, but like every post he was high as hell. So now I have to think of as a owner, you know what I'm saying? Do I want that person that's consistently always smoking and always high representing the brand? You know what I'm saying? Like what's going to change between you? What's going to change between you getting high all day and telling people to come to this event that we're having that is a fundraiser for scholarships? Are people only following you because you get high all day? They're laughing at that. Like, it's funny, it's cool, you're cool, but they're not going to come to a charity event for kids if you're not Snoop Dogg, bro.
Right. And think the parents are doing the same thing.
Exactly.
They don't know y'all, so they're gonna look y'all up too.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
that's the first thing that they see.
I think that in business, yes, these other companies and stuff, yes, they're gonna look at that. If they see that's all you do and all you post, yes, I definitely believe that's gonna play a major factor in you being hired or not. You know what I'm saying? So it's a learning experience for me, man. This is the first year that I've done interns. I'm looking forward to it, and actually the 3 people that I'm really interested in are all foreign students who's coming to the university. So nice. They're interested in joining the station, and I'm interested in being around people that's not from here, and the fact that we have listeners in different countries and stuff like that. This will help build our brand up as well. So I'm excited. I'm excited for it. It's a learning experience for sure.
Absolutely. You might have to bring one or all of them on too, so we can talk about their experiences, what they, pros and cons, what to do to even get the job, not get the job. So that's good, man.
Absolutely, man. A Squared Podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe. I think that's it for the day. You feeling good about this, man?
Feeling good about it, man. Like I said, we working. Just know we working, man. Be patient with us. We're working on some great content for you.
Yes, sir.
We got you.
Yes, sir.
And a lot of people gonna start, trickling their ways onto this podcast, man. It's gonna be some deep conversations. You might laugh, you might cry, but I mean, like you heard a couple reviews ago, we bring all of our people on here, man. We try to put them on or just let them tell their story, man. That's kind of what this podcast is, man. We could all learn from it.
Absolutely, man. Well, it's A Squared Podcast. Subscribe right now. And until next time, we out of here, y'all. Peace.
Peace.